Hi, I'm Drawbar Dan Dupinski,
And I'm Highball Harold Harilko.
and welcome to Shop Track.
Howdy, folks.
Well, Harold,
Hey, how's it going?
very well, but I just start off. What time have you got, Harold?
I have got 13 minutes, 13, 8, and 15.
We're again,
Oh.
again.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Anyways, and to start off, as usual, Harold, do you have something?
Shout out, you bet. Going down south, lots of great Canadian talent, of course, but, you know, our brothers and sisters across the 49th parallel, across the Medicine
Music
Line.
is music.
Dawes, Los Angeles, California. Great band, great band. Now here's an example. You know the joke about the Buddhist who went down to New York, Midtown New York, wanted a hot dog and asked the guy, hey, just make me one with everything, right? Well, they got a great song called A Little Bit of Everything. And
Make me one with
they got
everything.
this great
Love.
verse, right? I want a little bit of everything. The biscuits and the beans. Whatever helps me to forget about the things that brought me to my knees. So pile on those mashed potatoes and that extra chicken wing. I'm having a little bit of everything.
I like
You know,
that.
the
a
personal-
little bit of everything.
Like the art of songwriting, the personal and the universal all come together. Like, wow. Anyway, Dawes, Los Angeles, California.
Shout out to
You
Dawes.
betcha.
Right on, because Shop Track, we always love to support music and local musicians. And
We do.
okay, excellent,
Yeah.
excellent. Anyways, I just want to make a quick reference because we were talking about the last time there. I was mentioning, like the certain type of antiquated steam engines were called coffee pots,
Right,
and we
yeah.
made a reference with the because of the British book.
Yeah.
The Thomas the Tank Engine. I don't know if anybody got that, but but here's a picture of Drawbar Dan with Thomas when Thomas came to Jasper in 2002.
Wow.
See that look on Thomas's face? You should have seen the look on it by the time the day was over.
Oh, yeah.
I think Thomas had to take a little rest.
He was ready for a couple of.
He was ready for the back shop, I
Yeah.
think, by the time. Anyways, so that's with the regards. Do you want to open? Do you have anything special you'd like to talk about, Harold?
I don't have
you
anything
got-
special other than I just
Today's
I'm
special.
just every day. You know what? Today's special is what is it? Monday, so it would be leftovers. Now you know what? I just enjoy this. This is a blast. It really is. You know what?
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's not a job. It's an adventure.
It's like life. It's not the destination. It's the journey.
journey.
It's the road travel.
That's right.
And like we said before, what is it? When is it? The road traveled up and the road traveled down. Whatever is like one and the same. It's the same. It's the same road. It's always up and down. It's like the Alliance sub, like for 61 miles straight, but undulating. Like you can see up and down.
I don't know. You know, it's funny, right? I think of the prairie guys and I go, I can deal with that. And they look at us and go, well, like, you guys can't even see, you have no sight lines. It's like, yeah, but you just learn, right? Whereas I just be like, ooh, I can see like, all the way to Winnipeg from like Portage la Prairie. Like that would weird me out. But I guess you get used to it,
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
all been. But clipping, like I say before, I've done it all, and when you got a freight train clipping at 65 mile an hour, the real estate's going by pretty quick, and tonnage is flying. You get a clear to stop, baby. In the old days, the approach signal, you got an approach signal was proceed preparing to stop at next signal, right? Trains exceeding medium speed
Must at
once reduce to that speed, and reduction of median speed must commence before passing signal. So when you're flying along, and I used to my buddies, and like I say, when you got especially a 5700, that lateral movement you're banging, you can't even make a pot of coffee. Nothing stays on the hot plate. Everything's, Another thing too is when you got a lot of loose stuff in the cab, it's like a missile. I've left the tracks, and anything that's not tied down is a missile, just like in a car. So
I had a young guy no longer in the service run me into holding on to 50 grain, run us back into our trainer. They tell me, because they downloaded, right? And the black box is your friend.
It is.
11 or 12 mile an hour, my thermos went flying by like a piece of, like a mortar.
Yeah,
shell.
shrapnel.
I tell you what, man, you betcha.
Yeah.
Anyhow.
Yeah, I've had my face put on the. If you know what's coming, is one thing, right? Guy can get his feet up, and you know.
That's a whole other story. We'll talk about this thing.
Exactly. We got so much. There's so much
there's
fodder.
So much fodder.
There's so much fodder.
There's food for thought. There's fodder, canon and otherwise. You know.
Anyways, one thing I want to bring up when we talk about, we talk about proper vernacular, but then there's, the slang, and which is also part of it. But when they tell you, hey, put your feet up in lap position, or whatever, and that's an old thing. You're going to be there for a while. Put your feet up in lap position. Now, lap position is from refers to the quadrant on the 24RL automatic brake valve. There's 6 positions, and the lap position was number 4. And in that position, all ports and passages are closed. So when they say, like that's an old reference, put your feet up, your eyes are shut, whatever, all ports are passages. So just when you put your feet up in lap position, that's what it means. All ports and passages are closed, and that comes from the reference from the 24RL.
That's a great little bit of lore to tell the conductor after you tell the 4 words they like to hear the most on the trip is like, wake up, we're here.
Oh. I thought it was, you're hurting my bum. Jeez, you guys, come on. Like, we got to, have a sense of humor, people. The dirt pile gets closer all the time. The end of the sub's coming up. So, yeah, have a laugh.
That's right.
Smile. Give your face a holiday. Anyways, other than that, we got more for next time. Harold, do you want to add anything?
No, just enjoying, giving a little bit of shout out to all the things that I find, other than the railroad, the things that kind of jazz me, like these bands, musicians, mostly music. Maybe we'll get to some other stuff, but right now it's all about the music.
Hey, but you know what, everyone? Thanks for tuning in, and be safe out there. And remember, this is it. This is the profession. This is what we do. Well, it's what you do. I used to, So go out and you do that voodoo that you do so well. Remember that?
Make them proud. And you know how you can do that?
Well, make us proud.
Well, me too. But, stay safe, eh?
And remember, children of the steel.